Just when the Los Angeles Lakers were gearing up for their big championship push, disaster struck. I mean, a team that was built for a deep playoff run is now in a fight for its life before a single playoff game has even started. And look, that's not me saying it, that's a direct quote from the Hoops Rehab show, and it just perfectly sums up the shockwave that's tearing through LA. This is a crisis on a level we rarely see, and it's happening at the absolute worst possible moment. So let's get right to the heart of it. We're not talking about a twisted ankle or some minor bump. No, the Lakers have lost their entire starting backcourt. Both of them. Gone. Right on the doorstep of the playoffs. On one side of the screen, you have the game plan, right? Austin Reaves and Luka Doncic. These are the guys who run the offense, the guys who create everything. And then you look at the other side, and it's the brutal, brutal reality. Both of them are out. Reaves has a grade 2 oblique strain. Doncic has a grade 2 hamstring strain. The engine of this team has just completely seized up. Now, you might hear grade 2 strain and not think much of it, but let's be really clear what that means. This isn't something you just play through. We're talking about a partial tear of the muscle. Trying to rush back isn't a gamble on whether they'll play well. It's a gamble on avoiding a full-blown rupture that would end their season on the spot. And you better believe the medical experts are sounding the alarm. They are seriously warning that one wrong move here could completely shatter any championship dreams the Lakers had. Listen to this from Dr. Evan Jeffries. He laid it out in pretty stark terms. He said that the new tissue that grows back during healing, it's incredibly fragile. So coming back too soon doesn't just risk making the injury worse, it risks a complete re-tear. And that would be just catastrophic. And this timeline, well, it shows you the whole problem in a nutshell. The playoffs wait for no one. Round 1 kicks off right away, but the earliest we might see these guys back isn't for a month. They could miss the entire first and second rounds of the playoffs. So, with the backcourt completely wiped out, who does all that pressure fall on? You guessed it. It all lands squarely on the shoulders of one man. 41. Yeah, just let that number hang in the air for a second. That's the age of LeBron James, the man who now has to somehow keep this entire championship dream from falling apart by himself. I mean, think about it. With no Doncic and no Reaves, the Lakers just lost their two main offensive weapons and playmakers. So what does that mean? It means LeBron's minutes, his usage rate, the sheer physical and mental burden on him, it's all about to go into overdrive at 41 years old. But while all that pressure is mounting on LeBron, the head coach, JJ Redick, he's framing this whole disaster as a test. He's not panicking, he's actually calling it an incredible challenge and an opportunity. That's the kind of mindset you want from a leader, but man, it's about to face the ultimate test. So, faced with this absolute roster crisis, the Lakers front office had zero time to waste. They had to make moves, and they had to make them fast. The first domino to fall? Guard Kobe Bufkin, waived on April 10th. And look, this wasn't really about his performance, this was a purely tactical move. They had to open up a roster spot, and they had to do it now. And they didn't wait around. Just 2 days later, that spot was filled. The Lakers signed guard Nick Smith Jr. to a standard NBA contract, pulling him up from the G League and basically throwing him straight into the fire. And when you look at his G League stats, you can see exactly why they made the call. He was putting up nearly 20 points and over 5 assists a game. He had 11 games where he just went off for over 20 points. The Lakers are desperate for that kind of production right now. Coach Redick pretty much explained the whole thing himself. It was a move born out of pure necessity. He said, hey, we're missing our two main ball handlers. We need a guy like Nick, and we desperately need his shooting. Okay, so let's pull back and really look at the big picture here. This isn't just about one playoff series anymore. This is about the legacy of an entire franchise and its aging icon. A team that was just cruising, a team that looked like a legit top 3 seed and a title contender, is suddenly in complete survival mode. Every single game from here on out is like walking through a minefield, where one wrong step means everything collapses. So let's just recap this total chaos. You've got your 2 star guards out for a month, maybe more. You have a 41-year-old legend who now has to carry an impossible load. A rookie guard is being thrown into the highest pressure situation in sports. You've got a coach who sees this disaster as an opportunity, and the entire team's championship hopes, they are hanging by the thinnest of threads. And that leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? When you're facing a medical and roster catastrophe of this magnitude, is the sheer force of will from a legend and the cool-headed resolve of a coach really enough to overcome it all?